Hello, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow, and I'm going to read this very honest and necessary letter from Robert Lefferts. It's about evil fucking witches, and it's about fucking time. You're going to be amazed when I finally get this story completely resolved, that is. Fucking actual witches everywhere these days, and people do not have any idea how real they are and what they're capable of. And I know how they achieve their magic. I can't tell you everything just yet, but it's why you see photos of evil people hushing with their index finger. It's real, and they see people's thoughts. I am a surviving victim, and one that no one believes, but I'll get there if I could get just one non-evil person to believe. I'll testify to everything. This is very real and true. I just got word that my ex-wife Cindy has been using my name for the past 20 years for some very sick crimes, including something I can barely stomach, saying it involves children. I am posting this now because I am going straight to the Department of Justice first thing in the morning, and without being paranoid, I feel my life is on the line with her evil people. I heard there is a lot of money involved, which I wouldn't take a single penny of, and this would explain why these witches have been demanding that I commit suicide all day, every day for the past 20 years. If something should happen to me, her name is Cynthia Keeling, and she goes by Lefferts as well, and one of her partners in crime is Marnie Araujo. They are cannibal witches, and they are stealing from everyone. I'll explain everything this week. My name is Rob. 20 years ago, my ex-wife Cindy asked me to live in her place of work, which was an apartment where she did and call massage in the day, and then she would go home to her house in Culver City for the night. Cindy asked me to live there in order to keep things safe and secure, but little did I know that I was being set up for terrible humiliation by real, actual evil witches. After my first few weeks there, I started hearing horrible sounds of children crying and weeping, but it was so unusual, like they were kidnapped victims. I told Cindy, friends, and even my folks back home in Florida, but everyone told me to not get involved, that it could be dangerous to me. Well, it kept getting worse, and on August 21st, 2004, I heard a loud scream for help and a thump on the floor above me. So I called 911, and it turned out that the police could not go in without probable cause. And oh my God, I have had the evil people in my head now for 20 years, and they never let up trying desperately to get me to commit suicide, although I also believe that they are always trying to talk over the victims, who seem to really be counting on me to make sure that justice will absolutely prevail. I have a huge story to tell, yet at this time I've been informed by a few women who know more than I do about myself being a victim. That my ex-wife had me on hidden camera the whole time that I lived alone at 11101 One Palms Boulevard in Los Angeles. These insane witches insist that I will be committing suicide due to the harsh embarrassment I will be undergoing when I really start to think about my behavior when I think I'm alone, thinking no one sees me online on the computer that she had set up for me, or especially if or when I ever do see myself on a foreign website that features hidden camera victims, or one that I have been so wrongly subjected to. Although it hurts to be victimized, I must stay strong. Being completely selfless. One way that I see it is that I'm glad it's me and not someone else, and if I am able to bring these criminals to justice, there may be less or no more victims of such evil malice, witches are real and very active in Los Angeles. Please know that upon any lawsuits, I myself will not be accepting any financial compensation for this emotionally draining garbage. My life is fine the way it is, and I don't want or need their money, if there is any. I only seek justice, and most of all, I don't want anyone to ever have to go through this awful garbage in the future. So, anyway, on a good note, things have really surfaced after 20 years as far as making progress while knowing names of the voices in my head. I've recently received 2 phone calls letting me know how real this is. One call was about someone seeing me and my ex-wife on film in her place, which would have to have been set up by her. And the other was much worse. Me, on hidden camera, completely undressed and masturbating, and now I realize that my ex-wife is one of the very real human female voices in my head, along with the very many witches, and yes, it feels as though Cindy is killing me. Cindy is one of many witches in Los Angeles, mostly Culver City, who really do have the power to look into everything you do, everything you feel, and everything you think. These evil people kidnap, torture, rape, and kill, and yes, they will eat their victims as well. Straight up cannibals who glorify themselves for all they do, and they've been doing it for centuries. While there are many male Satan-worshipping evil people, many or most of them are women who are witches and actually are claiming to be taking over the world. It's pretty much textbook or actually fairy tale storybook stuff, but it is all so real and true. I have so much to tell, but it's hard to get people and police to believe without hard evidence, so I'll just put this information out there and see what happens.